everyone, my name is Carlie Hamilton and I'm here today for National Scrapbooking Day, or as I like to call it, International Scrapbooking Day. So thanks for joining me today, and I'm really excited to be taking part in at the YouTube International Scrapbooking Day hop. So what that is, there's a whole heap of us on YouTube. We're participating in creating layouts today with you guys, and I've got a link to everyone who is participating in the thing below. So go check out everyone else who is participating today and leave a comment and subscribe to them because they are all awesome. So for this special Scrapbooking Day layout, there was a little bit of a challenge involved. We had to try something new, we had to use our favorite products, and then we had to do a layout on a change or an evolution in our life. So for my new trying something new, I have here a brayer which I've just got, so I'm really excited to be using it. I've had a little play with it, but this is the first layout that I'm making with it, and as you can see, I don't have very many ink pads. I've only got these like little ones so it makes it a little bit of a challenge to use, but very exciting. And I used a bit of green on this background, and I liked the look of it, but I felt like it needed a little bit more depth. So I added the brown ink to it. It's Pinecone, and I liked the look at it, but I wanted to really try something different. So a little bit scared that it wouldn't work out, but I decided to try some white acrylic paint on the page. So that's my palette there. I used like a little sort of a Tupperware container as a cheap version of Tupperware to use my palette in, and I throw down some like grease proof paper, and then I just whack my paint down, and I'm actually really quite pleased with how the white paint turned out on the page. So if you've got paint, don't be afraid to use it on your brayer. It works really well, and actually it's a little bit dimensional on my page, only slightly, so I don't think you can really see it, but to touch it, it's got like a slightly raised edge, and I think that's really cool. Now, while my background paper is drying, I'm just playing around with some of my embellishments, and to add one of my favorite products at the moment is of course doilies. So I start off with a doily. Now this big box to the side here is something that I've actually just refilled. I use it to keep all my bigger die cuts and stuff in, but that box actually got really low, so I went through all my scraps and I cut them down to a 4x6 size and a 3x4 size, and then I put all like the leftovers into this box. So I'm going to use all these leftover piece of papers to layer on my pages. Now I decide that I like the idea of a white doily better than the pink doily, just because a lot of the paper is already pink and I needed a bit more contrast in what I was presenting there on the page. So I decided to go for the white doily. Now, one of the requirements was to scrapbook a change or something that's evolved in your life, and for me, I didn't have a chance to do any get any more photos printed, so the obvious choice was my wedding, which occurred last year in September. So of course that's a big change in anyone's life, but at the same time it sort of things stay the same. I'd already been with my partner for a million years, and we'd already lived overseas and everything, so while there wasn't such a big change so much with how our life is lived, one of the things that actually has changed is our names. And we actually both decided that we wanted to change both our names, and that's partly because of the feminist in me. But there were other factors involved as well, and I thought, we both thought it would be really cool to start our own new family name. We both didn't have some kind of like attachment to our birth names, and we both really wanted to just start our own family, I guess. So what we did was we brainstormed for quite a while, and sometimes like I'd have names that I'd love that I'd come up with but he didn't like, and he had names that he liked and I didn't like at all. We eventually of course settled on Hamilton, and we both really liked this name. I guess some of the requirements we wanted was, well, for me anyway, I wanted a quote unquote normal name. I didn't want like a weird name that was hard to spell. My maiden name is a little bit of a strange one, so I wanted like a definite last name that was easy to spell, wasn't too outrageous, could easily blend in, you know. I guess I like standing out from the crowd in some respects, but in other respects I didn't want my name to, you know, one that people could read and go, you know how to pronounce it and know how to spell it. So yeah, we came up with the name of Hamilton, and actually to change both our names, one of us had to change it by through the registry of like births, deaths and marriages, and the other one could do it through marriage. And just by like how things were with the states in Australia where we were born, it was cheaper for me to change my name. So I got my name legally changed in April 2013, and then my husband Shane, he changed his name through marriage. So when we got married, he took my name, my last name, which was now my legal last name. So that's how we have started the Hamilton family, and hopefully it'll last a couple of generations more. So as you can see now, I've pulled out a whole heap of embellishments to start embellishing this page, and I've pulled out a couple of more of my favorite types of embellishments. You can see the flare badge there that I actually got from the Freckled Fawn kit for subscribing, and I also have pulled out some buttons. I feel like I'm getting really low on buttons. I need more buttons. I love buttons, but actually they don't actually make it onto this page. I also have pulled out some of those fabric brads that I got from the Freckled Fawn kit, and I actually really love these brads, and I really wanted to use them in one of my pages for my wedding album, so I decided to use them on this page, and I quite like them down that strip there. It sort of reminds me of a wedding dress, like the buttons down the back of a wedding dress that you might hook things over. I can't think of words, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I really like how that goes. The way that I like to stick brads down is I use a bit of purple foam, and I place that under it, and that's an easy way to just use your pokey tool to poke a hole through your page for the brads. I'm just sticking some hearts down the bottom of the page, and I'm going to use my Dimensional Magic, which is just like a clear glue that you can place over the top. And I need to use a pin now. It's getting to that point where it gets stuck in the lid, so I need to poke a hole in it, and then the liquid flows out easily. But I really like doing that to a lot of my flat stickers, putting the Dimensional Magic over the top of them, because I find that it just easily adds a bit of dimension to the page. It makes them stand out just that little bit more, and it works well with your letter stickers as well. I've found that in the past I've used letter stickers that maybe blend a little bit well into the background, but by adding the Dimensional Magic they just pop a little bit more, and it looks great. This is another little fad that I'm going through at the moment, of placing like little word sentiment stickers on my page. So I've put some down the bottom of the page and then off to my little cluster on the side. So next I'm using these Freckled Fawn vellum letter stickers, which I love, and I'm going to put the title as "With This Ring." And I actually pulled out my vows after I finished this page, and we didn't actually say "with this ring." We said something like take and wear this ring or something like that. But oh well, it doesn't matter. The sentiment is there. These photos are of me putting the ring on him. Now I'm moving that little tab over to the other side because now that the words are down on that side, it feels like they need a little bit more to that side, like they needed a bit more weight on the page. I brought out my enamel dots to use on the page because enamel dots are another product that I love, but I found that they really sort of clashed with brads on the page. So instead I pulled out some bling and I used a little bit of bling around, I dotted them around the page to add a bit of sparkle. So that pretty much wraps up my layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have gotten something out of it. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope everyone has a fantastic scrappy weekend to celebrate National Scrapbooking Day. Let me know what you're going to get up to in the comments below. I'd love to hear. And once you've finished thumbs upping and subscribing and doing all those things that you do, don't forget to check out everyone else's channel who are taking part in this YouTube hop. I've got their links below. So do check everyone out, and a special thanks to Irit for organising this thing. She is awesome. So yes, once again, thanks very much everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye!